You and I shared three common things in this room. One, the time. We have 400 seconds in a day. Choose wisely. You might turn it all around or throw it all away. Two, some of you might disagree with me, but I find this one truthful. Every one of us here are growing old. Three, some people here in this club might think it's exciting for them, especially for the seasoned. But for the novice like me, delivering a speech is quite frightening. Toastmasters of the day, fellow speech enthusiast, guest, welcome. In June, the first time I was in this room, I could vividly recall there were around 20 people in the room, and I was having a little conversation with the two international guests from Ukraine. And these said something to me. These said something to me that had me thinking ever since. These said something to me that changed what I think about what's important in speaking. And here's what they said. One of the most important things you can do to build your brand, your platform, your business, or spread your message is to be a powerful speaker. That was fascinating. But in the back of my mind, I'm quite skeptical and doubtful about what they said. Because I had a terrible personal experience a few years back, and I was terrified. As I was walking confidently in front of a large crowd, I slipped suddenly, and all I can hear is a big boom. And what I can see is the floor. I slowly pick up myself, trying to speak a little word, but no words came out into my mouth. I was trying to do a body language, but it doesn't work out. But then there's a familiar face in the crowd that doing like this, clapping and saying, "Son, you can do it." And I start speaking, even though it's quite frightening by the need to speak. In the middle and in the end, I was able to face that fear. I know that I needed to break through the wall of public speaking if I'm going to step into that greatness. Greatness, yes. One of my friends told me, as he said, they are part of this group back when I was here. They said, "Can you recall or can you name a great and powerful speaker in history that couldn't speak well?" Well, I'm not good in history, and what's worse is I'm bad in memory. So they said, there aren't any, because of freedom needs leadership, and leadership requires oratory. You need to speak to be heard. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, before the end of that night, I was convinced and persuaded by them. And I start coming here every single meeting. Back just early this month, September 1, I become a member of this club. Ladies and gentlemen, I was once terrified like you. I was once afraid and scared of public speaking. But I was able to pick up myself and compose myself into something. Even though it takes more than 86,400 seconds, so it takes lifetime, it may get me older just to reach that goal of being an effective and powerful speaker. I'll do that to achieve that goal. Before the end of the night, I'd like to ask you a challenge. Would you take your first speech? Thank you.